That was my jam of a show. What? Velapi, where you from? Uyapi. Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. It is episode 2 gesana, and that's by it in the relationships because clearly niyagoa, and then it says I'll go up because what December. So if I'm cheating, kuyalahlwana, if akulahlwanwi, umuntu uyadisappearisha, umbone ngoFebruary, phofu nge-15 kaFebruary because akazofuna uba khona for Valentine's Day ezomumishes abantwana. But however, kukhona abanye abakwi-relationships ezi-fruitful and prospering and don't. So we just want to say siyani halele sala, because that is a beautiful thing, especially since we're approaching December. But for all of y'all who are going through a couple of things or are about to go through a couple of things, or you feel a little bit uncertain about what you're gonna go through, please just do slide into my DM there. And if you're going through a current situationship, ndingaxolela ba ujola nemumishi okanye i-douchebag okanye i-nonsense yomntana, because I mean I'm here to give you advice. And besides that, I feel like we need to impart wisdom, you know, because sometimes we get a little bit too sensitive, and so then we act a certain kind of way that we shouldn't be acting, or then sometimes we're not as sensitive enough, so we're not reacting to what we're meant to be reacting to, and we're focused on all the wrong things. So I'm just here to impart my wisdom. I'm just here to impart my wisdom and give some relationship advice. And today we're doing a relationship 101. So I went through all of my favorite girls, websites and, all my favorite relationship girls. And I stuck with Oloni. And I found a couple of questions on her Ask Oloni. And today we're going to be doing I'm going to be reading those stories to you, and I'm going to be giving you what I think, what you should do, what you shouldn't be doing, opinion yam. But if you feel like I'm wrong, or it's fine, don't listen to me. But I'm just going to give you my opinion because I don't know how to mind my business. I don't drink my water and mind my business on Wednesdays. I drink my water and mind my business the rest of the week, but on Wednesdays I don't drink my water and I don't mind my business. And so that's what we're doing today. That's what we're gonna be doing. So I hope you enjoy it. And welcome to my YouTube channel. Woo! Welcome to my YouTube. So as you know, we always drink something here. So I'm a little bit stressed out because my brother drank my wine. So because I'm stressed out and ndizawusala iti, you know what I mean? Oh, cha tea, darling. Cha tea. Ooh. So I'm drinking chai tea today, and I'm not in a good mood. So we just hope that because I'm not in a good mood, it doesn't affect what I tell you and how hard I come at you. You know what I mean? And so let's get straight into our stories. The first one says, so I've been seeing this guy for a year or so, and when I asked him when our anniversary is, he says that he doesn't know. Bear in mind, he hasn't been loyal to me on occasions, e.g. he blatantly checks out other girls who have their breasts out, etc. He lied about not having Instagram. In brackets, I've never been fussy about social media, just find it strange that he lied to me about it, question mark, close bracket. Both our parents know each other, and he says that he wants to marry me, but I don't trust him because of how he has been with me in the past, lying and not being loyal, etc. Should I work on it or just let it go? I can easily get over things, but I do like him a lot. What would your advice be? Darling. So how I feel about your situation is that, look, this guy is not for you. Firstly, he doesn't remember your anniversary. I just feel like you don't have loss of memory. You know what I mean? Even if you have loss of memory, on a phone, so why wouldn't you put someone's birthday or anniversary on your calendar so that you don't forget. I mean, if that's my memory, you will go the extra mile and save it on your phone. You know that us girls are sometimes a bit fussy about. Hey, my neighbors are so loud, bro. You don't have to shout that hard. Like, you need to chill. So you don't have to be. We all know that hands are sometimes, almost hands are very fussy about. You need to know when our anniversary date is. You need to know dates when you're in a relationship. Her birthday, the day that you guys kissed. You know how it all happened. Your song, your anniversary. There are just a lot of small little minor details that you need to know when you're in a relationship. That's just what it is. If that's my memory if he bottom of the barrel in memory, why not save it on your calendar? So if your dude is not even going the extra mile, it's not even the extra mile, this is literally the bare minimum. If he doesn't even remember your anniversary, throw that boy in a dustbin, because you are dating a boy. You know what I mean? You are with a boy, so throw it in the dustbin. There's no reason for you guys to be together, you know. Also, if he's I think I'm like really annoyed for you, because he's also lying about things. Why are you lying about having social media? If you have an Instagram account, just say you have an Instagram account. If you have a Twitter account, say you have a Twitter account. If you haven't, there's absolutely no reason for you to lie about certain things. I mean, there's absolutely no reason for you to lie, point blank, period. You know what I mean? So do not lie. So, I mean, the things like that, and him having a wandering eye. Look, it would be very unfair for you to believe that your partner doesn't find other people attractive. Now, note, I didn't say that he is attracted to other people. There are a lot of pretty girls here in these streets. There are a lot of pretty boys out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Now, your partner can see that there are a lot of pretty girls and boys in these streets, but still feel like you are the most prettiest girl he's laid or set his eyes on, or he's laid his eyes. Like, you know what I mean? It is unfair to feel like he won't see other people are pretty, and to feel like he's only gonna see you are pretty. However, if he's attracted to other girls and blatantly shows you that he's attracted to other, you understand? You know, because you know what I mean? And to him, and for him to have a wandering eye, and you see him checking out other girls and they breast, that's a bit of an issue. Why are you not addressing it in that moment? I would address it in that moment. And if it continues, it is over. You know, you can't, because you can't say, these girls must not be showing their boobs around my man. I'm gonna wear whatever I want to wear and show whatever I want to share. And show whatever I want to show. Right? So you cannot take up certain conversations with hands. And you cannot expect us to live or conduct ourselves in a manner that you would want us to conduct and live our lives in. You know? But it is your duty to call your man out on his shit. You know? And if he persists and it is really annoying and you can't stand it and you're not going to tolerate it, throw that boy in the bin. You understand? That's the motto for the rest of December. Throw that boy in a bin. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm thinking, leave this man. There's no reason for you to be sticking around. He's not worth it. You understand what I'm saying? And we're gonna jump straight into the next one. Our next story says, hey Aloni, my boyfriend is my best friend and we've been together for a few years. He's the only guy I've been with and vice versa. Problem, I faked my orgasms every single time, and now the sex is great though. I don't know what to do because I've been faking it for so long. If I suddenly stop, he'll be like, what have I done different? Please help. I think that's what you were trying to say. Woo! Truth of the matter is, a lot of women fake orgasms. I faked orgasms. Bridget next door has faked an orgasm. Utembega next door has faked we've faked orgasms. I think, especially if this is your first partner, you it just kind of happens. Also, sometimes they also say things like, I've read up on a couple of websites that, especially when when it's still your first couple of times having sex, your orgasm is probably not gonna come about. You're just that train is going to leave you at the station. So it's not a you're not the only one, right? However, you need to have, I mean, sex is great, but imagine how bomb it would be if you did have an orgasm. So you need to start getting yourself into it. So there are things that you can do to get yourself into that space. There are things that he can do. So if maybe, I mean, I'm an avid, I'm not an, is avid the right word? I am the kind of person that says, please do self-experiment, masturbate as much as you want, masturbate, have fun with yourself. So that, because it's good for knowing what works for you. You know what I mean? In that way, when you do start to have good times with your partner, you know exactly what kind of stimulation works best for you. So sometimes it's not friction or penetration, sometimes it's clitoral stimulation. So by you self-experimenting, you know what's what, how your body responds to certain things, and in that way you can tell your partner that this is what I like, this is how to do it, get to doing it. You know what I mean? So start to self-experiment so that you know what's up with your body, what works. Because some people don't find you playing with the nipples very tingly. It's just don't do that, not fun. I'm not feeling anything, and if anything, you're hurting me. Some people aren't turned on by neck kisses. You're weird if you don't, but I understand it. So find what works for you, and then you can kind of let your partner know. Also, foreplay is extremely important. So take your time with it. Get yourself into the zone. Get your body and before you get into the deed, play. Have fun. You know what I mean? Have a good time with each other. And I mean, even if you take a day just to... Also, it's very important that you tell him. Please tell him that you've been faking it so that you guys can both work towards, a resolution. You know what I mean? Because if you do, like how you were saying, if I tell him to stop doing this, he's gonna feel like something different happened, something is wrong. You know what I mean? So have that conversation with him, because also lying in a relationship or omitting information, or just not saying and not expressing yourself and not communicating certain things, especially when it comes to important things like the physical, it's not good for anybody. So talk to him, and start to self-experiment so that, I mean, also just take it. And I think once you guys have had this conversation, then just have one day where you guys are just playing with each other, seeing what works, trying different positions, trying different toys, trying lube, so then you'll kind of both feel free to introduce certain things into your relationship without feeling like I'm omitting certain information. There's a reason why you're both bringing certain things onto the table. Maybe he's also been keeping something from you, and by you starting this conversation, you guys could be starting a fresher, newer, much more fruitful journey on your sexual journey. So hope it works. And our next story is, and our final story is, hey Aloni, how long is too long to be dating and sleeping with someone without having a title? It's been 7 months, and the last time we spoke about it, he maintained that he doesn't like to rush into things. I'm not desperate for a title, but I'd just like to make sure I'm not being used for sex, food, company, or a place to stay. We get along flawlessly, and this is the only issue we face. Thank you in advance. Honey, I'm not going to give you a time date. I'm not going to give you a timestamp. I'm not going to give you none of those things. Understand that when you are dating, you are single. You are very much single, right? He's very much single. Understand that. And so by being 7 months into something and still not having some sort of direction, that's an issue. Asking what are we, asking what are your intentions, asking what is your plan with this thing that's happening here, what's happening here. There's absolutely nothing wrong with knowing that, so that you can align yourself properly with that. Because say now he says, oh no, we're just dating, we're just having fun, then you can be like, okay, cool, let me align myself with that thinking so that I can also start dating and seeing other people and having and living my best life. Because we very often, also another thing is, you need to start defining this relationship for yourself. We impart so much pressure on men, not even pressure, just like we put this in their hands. What are we? And if he says we're just seeing each other, then we're just seeing each other. If you want a relationship, if you are in a space and time in your life where you want a relationship, make that decision. Listen, I'm trying to be in a relationship, and if you're just trying to see me, you can see yourself out. You know what I mean? And if you also want to be in a space where you're just like, and it goes vice versa, if you want to be in a space where you're openly dating and having fun and seeing different people, don't tell the guy that you're seeing, listen, baby, this is not a relationship. We're just seeing each other, dating, having fun. I'm also seeing other people. Please feel free to do the same thing. So that if he wants to be in a relationship, he can be like, oh, hey, I want a relationship. I don't want to see you. And he can be on his way out. Or you can be on your way out. So you need to ask these questions. Find out what his intentions are. Find out what you guys are doing so that you're not just sitting there in limbo. There's nothing more uncomfortable than being in limbo in someone else's life, because now you can't place yourself accordingly. Another thing is, this man sounds like he wants relationship benefits without the relationship part of it. So that is not it. You know what I mean? I've been in a relationship or something I thought I was in, I thought I was in a relationship, and he was like, no, Anita, I'm not ready for a relationship, but I like what's happening between us. Suck it. Because what I'm giving you is relationship, Anita. Now, you don't get to enjoy a relationship, Anita, without this being a relationship. So see yourself out. That's the same thing that's happening here. He is enjoying these benefits because you are willingly and freely giving away all of these relationship benefits. You're giving him advice. You're cuddling. You're making him food. He's staying over at your place. You're doing all these things that you'd be doing for a boyfriend, for someone who is not trying to be your boyfriend. And so you need to sit down with your thoughts and decide for yourself, is this what you want to do? Do you want to be with someone who doesn't want to be with you? You know? Or do you want to give your you to someone who's not trying to give you themselves? You know what I mean? Too often we were told by guys, oh, no, let's just go with the flow and see where this goes. When we get lost in that flow, we are in the ocean and we're just floating, and we don't see where we're going. We don't see where we're coming from. We're neither here nor there. It's just a whole mess. You're going with the flow, but you don't even know where you're going. So sit down with your thoughts, really be intentional with yourself and what you want in your life. Do I want this man in my life as a partner? If it's a yes, then you have that conversation. Listen, I'm trying to have you as a partner. And he was like, no, that's too serious. Then you're like, okay, cool. Peace in the Middle East, because for me, I want a relationship. And for you, that's not what you want, and so we're not going to waste each other's time. And so that's what it is. And that's how I feel about your situation. And we've kind of come to the end of this episode of Fascinations. You feel like lendo ukuyo ngoku nalomntu ukuyo nayo, awuyazi noba qhubeka ntoni, awuyazi noba kubethwa baphi, awuyazi noba ithini lento yenu. You just don't know. Feel free to slide through my DMs, slide into my DMs, Twitter or Instagram. My link is down below. And just let me know about your situation, and I'll be here on Relationship 101, ready and willing to give you relationship advice. Because Anna, you can't go out in December. You must know what you are doing. You can't be sitting there thinking, who diyajola kanti uyajolelwa phaphandle elifini. So let's just settle this situation before December and Ngoqoze, because once it starts to knock, you can just slide on into it, or you can be like, no, listen, you know what I mean, so that you can align yourself properly. But however, thank you for coming to the YouTube channel. See you on Friday for FriYay Fashion, and we're gonna be doing a 2-part for styles to have, or styles that are in this 2019-2020 spring summer season, and we're gonna be sharing all of that. It's gonna be 2 parts, so be sure to save some data, because I'm gonna be fucking it up for you on Friday. For myself, Nits Tits, I'm out.